just a short advertisement, my friends, before the homily. The deacon used to write the articles in the bulletin, and since he is now gone, that depends on D&I, and we are stretched, my friends. So if you can find stories that you like or are inspired by, just either email them to the rectory or put them in the collection basket or drop them in the mail. We would certainly really appreciate it. Just make sure, my friends, that they have to be of somewhat clean. We're putting this in the bulletin, so they need to be appropriate. Thank you. You know, my friends, this is the 4th week of 5 weeks in a row where the Gospel of St. John talks about the bread of life. And you know, my friends, back in Jesus' time, bread was not only served at every meal, it was a staple, but it was also used as an utensil too. They would have those hard-crusted bread, soft in the middle, those wonderful types of bread that they used to cook back then. And then they would have pita bread, and they would be hard, but the pita bread would be used as utensils because the Jewish people believe once you put something in your mouth, you couldn't take it out again and use it again. So that's why they used bread. So that's what Jesus is saying. Not only do I need to be a staple of your life, but I need to be very part of it. I need to be very part of that life. And that's why he's talking in this language, my friends. And the church has taught since the beginning of time. Communion is truly his flesh, and the wine is truly his blood. And you know, my friends, this is a mystery that every single Catholic must need to understand and believe, my friends. We take it for granted, but it's such an important thing for all of us. You know, there's tremendous power in this if we believe. I was reading an article this week about a 3-year-old David. He got a Superman cape for his birthday, and he put this cape on. It was out in the backyard for a good half an hour or so. And it came in to his mother when she was in the kitchen. He threw it on the floor. He said, "You know, Mom, this thing doesn't work." I think he wanted to fly, my friends. But you know, my friends, communion isn't some sort of Superman cape. There's a catch to communion. Do you know what it is? It has tremendous power. There's healings, everything. There's so many things attached with communion. There's a big catch to it. We need to believe who it is we receive. That's the catch. We need to believe who it is that we are receiving. A couple years ago, you may remember this commercial. It was a FedEx commercial. And it was kind of a spoof on the movie Castaway. I don't know if any of you have seen that or remember that movie by Tom Hanks. And he was in the FedEx plane, and it went down in the water. Then he ends up on this island for a number of years. Well, this FedEx commercial was a spoof on that, since it was a FedEx plane that went down. And it showed him going down, and then it took this package that he had, and he kept that, he preserved that package for the entire time that he was on this island. And then he got rescued, and he returns this package to this woman. He says to the woman, "You know, my plane got shot, my plane got into the ocean," and he said, "I've been protecting this package for 4 years." And she said, "Thank you." And as he was walking away, he said, "You know, if I may ask, what was in the package after all?" And so she opens the package in front of him, and she said, "Oh, nothing really," she said. "Just a satellite telephone, a global positioning device, a compass, a water purifier, and some seeds." And then she says, "Not much, really." And he kind of stands there with his big bug eyes and walked away. The commercial ended. Not much, really. You know, my friends, if he knew what was in the package, it could have saved him, couldn't it? If we know what's in the Mass, my friends, it can do tremendous things in our life. It can do tremendous things in our life. Leonardo da Vinci painted The Last Supper. And you may or may not know this, and I don't know where, it's up in Milan, I think. I haven't seen it, but it's in a monastery in where they used to eat, and he painted the wall. And the monks were very frustrated for how long it was taking him to paint this Last Supper scene. And they were getting upset with him. And finally, one of them approached Leonardo and said, complaining about the progress that he was making. And he said to one of the monks, "When I pause the longest, I make the most telling strokes of my brush." And it's the same, my friends. When we pause here at Mass, it affects the rest of the week. It affects the rest of the week. That is, my friends, if we believe in who it is that we're receiving. As Jesus said, "Whoever eats my flesh and drinks my blood remains in me and I in him, and will have life because of me." God bless you.